Kiddo! I'm giving you two options. Either you kneel before Mr. Hummer or die. Judge's tone was frosty, and his gaze was stagnant like a pool, calm and impassive. He'd been killing since he was 10 and had a body count of hundreds, if not thousands. I choose death. Come at me if you can. Dustin beckoned him forward with his finger. How insolent! Judge's gaze turned increasingly frosty as he launched his spear forward. Like a cannon, it shot straight for Dustin's chest. Dustin stood unmoved and grabbed the spear, flinging it back. With a sharp whistle, it shot back out toward Judge with greater speed. Judge sneered and mirrored Dustin's stance, grabbing his own spear. However, as soon as he grabbed hold of it, it was as if he was struck by lightning. He staggered backward, his feet skidding along the ground, leaving deep imprints with each step. How could this be? Judge's expression changed, and he exerted his entire strength in an attempt to stop the momentum of his steel spear. A gaping wound was forming between his thumb and index finger, and his fingers were turning into a bloody mess of flesh and blood from the sheer force of energy. Even so, he didn't dare let go. Ah! As he realized that no amount of force would be able to stop his weapon, he let out an anguished scream, and his expression was full of despair. Save me, Mr. Hummer! He screeched loudly, losing his previous arrogance before the crowd could react. His spear trembled and escaped from his grasp, piercing straight through his chest. With a final whistle, it embedded into the wall, disappearing out of sight, leaving only a hole the size of an egg. Moaning painfully, Judge looked at his wrangled hands and the gaping hole in his chest. His mouth opened like he wanted to speak, but no sound could be heard. Falling backward onto the ground, he died in grievance. In the end, the mighty, third-ranked Judge met his demise at the hands of his own weapon. Silence engulfed the scene as the crowd looked on in shock, their eyes fixed on the lifeless body of Judge sprawled on the ground. This outcome was beyond anyone's imagination. They had been certain that Dustin would meet his end with Judge's appearance. However, with just a casual flick of his hand, Judge was impaled by his own spear. Nobody reacted as the entire situation happened abruptly. Some of them couldn't even believe it. Just like that, the warrior ranked third among the 100 immortals had fallen. His death was so sudden and bizarre that they wouldn't have believed it if they hadn't seen it with their own eyes. Oh my goodness, where did this monster come from? Istrid was completely dumbfounded, her eyes wide open. Dark Wrath, Light Wrath, and Judge were all highly skilled experts ranked on the 100 immortals. However, Dustin handled them like they were mere vegetables on a chopping board. It was truly terrifying. Damn it! Who is this kid? He actually killed Judge. Who knows? He's truly talented for his age and skills. Whispers filled the air, and they took in Dustin's figure with tinges of awe. Kiddo, I didn't expect you to have skills like that. I underestimated you. Joshua was slightly taken aback but sneered again after a brief moment. The 100 Immortals was a power ranking for low-level martial artists. However, compared to divine-level martial artists, they fell short by more than a mile. At present, Joshua was already a divine-level martial artist and had the potential to challenge the ranks of the heavenly immortals. In his eyes, a low-level martial artist like Judge was no different from an ant. Just like how Dustin had killed him instantly with a single strike, he could do the same, and with even less effort. That was the true power of a divine-level martial artist. Release her, or die, Dustin said coldly. Kiddo, don't be too arrogant. Do you think you can act recklessly in front of me just because you killed Judge? Let me tell you honestly, I'm already a divine-level martial artist. I can destroy you, ordinary people, with nothing more than a flick of my finger. As Joshua spoke, his arms trembled, and a terrifying air emanated from him.